Today we are exploring another budget deck, but this time with Death Knight. And at a glance, this may not look like a budget deck because there is two legendaries clearly within view, but if you take a look at these legendaries, they're uncraftable. So you get these for free, it turns out. And you may also notice that there are a few epics laid out in here as well. Those are also free. So a lot of this deck you get for free, and I believe the most expensive card that is to craft is Horizon's Edge, which is right here. So this is a card that you'll need to craft, but the rest of the cards that you'll need to craft, which is about 10, maybe 14, are commons, and they do pull their weight. So let's go over those real quick. Starting off with our one drops, we have Miracle Salesman. You've probably seen this guy a time or two. Many classes use him because he is a very efficient one drop. And the next is Scarab Keychain. And the keychain is here is because Death Knight has some of the best two drops in the game. The first thing I want to cover is Corpsicle. Corpsicle is probably the best card in the deck, honestly. It offers a lot of good early game removal while being a phenomenal finishing tool by squeaking out a few extra points of damage in the late game. And we also have Dreadhound Handler. This is, I believe, the best two-mana minion that Death Knight at least has, but it may even be the best two-mana minion in the game currently. It does a lot of things. It leaves around a threat when it dies, but most of the time it answers your opponent's two-mana minion or their Miracle Salesman very often. Next, we have Mining Casualties, which is just a pain to deal with. Having to kill 4 1/1s for 2 mana is such a thorn in the side in the opponents. I hate playing against it, but I love playing with it. The last two cards that you'll need to craft, or that you likely already have in your collection, is Hardcore Cultist, which is a very good board wiping tool, but it also deals direct damage to your opponent. So very unassumingly good card right here. And then I did say Corpsicle was maybe the best card in the deck. I think Horizon's Edge is actually the best card in the deck. Being able to deal 15 damage for 4 mana is just kind of unheard of. So it is direct damage, and it also controls your opponent's board. It is exactly what this deck wants, and the deck can't exist without it. So get your Horizon's Edges or just dust them off in your collection and make Frost Death Knight today. But enough about the deck. Let's jump into a few games and show people the power of this very, very cheap deck. Probably dealing with a pirate demon hunter. It's tempting to keep Corpsicle because I do have some 3 health minions that I would like to deal with. Have our 1/2, so want to keep that. So I think I'm just going to go with a full keep, actually. Probably one of our worst 2 drops. We would definitely rather see a Dreadhound Handler or a Mining Casualties, but we'll take the Harbinger of Winter as well. 7 drop right off the top. Let's find a broken 2 drop that we have. And we did not find one that we do run, but we do like to see the Necromancer. So let's take a Necromancer. A little bit of contention with our Corpsicle, with wanting to keep 3 corpses around, but that's fine. Is it worth to spend Corpsicle on their 1/3? I don't believe so, because we do have the Harbinger that can answer it pretty cleanly. So I'm just going to send this guy up top. And if they go face with their 1/3, we do have a great answer with the Cultist here. No one ever plays around the Cultist. That is probably going into our... oh, really? Okay. Coin out a hero power. Don't see that very often, but they want to get their guy up to a 3/3. This has a lot of better future applications, I believe. So I may just opt to go for the Necromancer. And just another 1 to face. Pass the turn, spend our corpse, get a nice 1/3 taunt. So they definitely need to deal with our 2/2, but first they need to answer for our 1/3. So they're definitely not applying a lot of pressure. Okay, we like to see the distributor. Perfect. Now we just need to find a way to finale out the cultist, which is easier said than done. Okay. I like the handler. So for this one, I want to go handler hero power. And I could keep my death rattle around. There's a lot of value in that, actually. Yeah, let's keep our death rattle around and deal with their distributor. Keeping their 3/4 around. This will likely deal me a lot of damage. Ooh, we like to see them using their location. Gonna guess all this is going to my face. Yep. Perfect. And now for this turn, we're going to get in a sneaky little bit of Corpsicle damage. Handler's going to go into the Masseuse. And then we are going to finale out our Cultist and just deal with their board real quick. Get them down to 14. And we have a lot of contention with our corpses right now. Our Manipulator is definitely not online. They're showing their dissatisfaction with my Cultist. I understand. And are they... Okay. They're going to deal with my 1/1. Okay. And I think I am going to... I think I might just set up lethal here. So let's... Hero power. This will go into there. We will freeze down their fella. 4 to face. Get the horn. And go face. And I don't believe that this deck has taunts or any ways to generate taunts. So I'm feeling fairly safe. As safe as someone facing down a Sigil of Skydiving can. But I think we'll be able to squeak out just enough damage with our remaining burn and get this job done. So I'm going to give that win to the Hardcore Cultist. Very surprisingly good card. Whenever I play it, it just feels absolutely backbreaking for the opponent. Got the Masseuse. Thoroughly board locked. And let's just clean up with just a honest little hero power. With plenty of damage to spare. Out aggroing the aggro deck.
The Lich King versus Garrosh.
Okay. Dealing with a warrior. We faced 2 other warriors tonight and got our asses completely demolished. So not liking our chances. Especially with a hand like this. That's fine. Because we're going to draw the keychain right here. Perfect. Perfect. So nice 2 and a 3. We'll take a 2 into a 3. Probably our worst 2, but we'll take it. Okay. And that's how we could possibly get back in this game, is a Horizon's Edge. So we're hoping to see a totem here so we can answer it oh so clean with the Cultist. Just a new Heights. And this is probably Reno Warrior, so we would expect nothing less than them to find their one of New Heights. That's fine. That's fine. It's A-okay by me. What powerful artifacts are we going to find with Grifta? Except for spells. Okay. Locations are not spells. So let's get that going. Okay. Open it back up. Swing 3 to face, get him down to 29. I don't hate our chances. Next turn we have a nice Horizon's Edge, Mining Casualties, and when you have 2 Horizon's Edges going, the damage definitely ramps up a lot. Oh. Hate to see that. So I think if my Horizon's Edges don't completely suck, we have a clear. Perfect. Let's clear out a Menethil. Press that button 2 more times. And get out some Mining Casualties. Yeah, double Horizon's Edge definitely stacks up damage real quick. So next turn we have a ton of Horizon's Edge reactivators and also a Pyroblast with good old Marrow Manipulator. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Doing a little bit of a snapshot. Let's just start things off by pressing those buttons. Okay. I think I'm just going to take this opening to develop a Marin. And I'm kind of running low on gas, so let's do the wand, because the wand always draws the one that you actually want. So we got another 2 active Horizon's Edges. The Warrior's actually running very low on cards. That seems like a desperation boom boss. And I think I'm just gonna freeze down the boss.
Your soul.
3 upstairs. Corpsicle will come back. And let's press some buttons. And it looks like next turn we have a solid answer in the form of Frost Strike to their Boom Boss. Destroying Marin sucks, but it gives us enough corpses for Corpsicle. And actually, looks like we snuck in right before the Ziliax. That is always the name of the game when playing against Control Warrior. Very happy to finally get that win against that deck. I just... Oh, Control Warrior. Alright, last game of the night versus a priest opponent. The rare priest opponent. I'm always tempted to keep Corpsicle. but in what I suspect to be a control priest, because Overheal Priest is no more. Now that I say that, it will be 100% Overheal Priest. Definitely throwing away the weapon. The ultimate question is Corpsicle. I think I'd rather find a more proactive minion. So looking for the Handler, mining Casualties, the Cheese Dragon. So let's throw it away. Would even like to see a Frost Strike more than Corpsicle. Weapon came back. Never leave me, weapon. You never will. Okay, dealing with a control priest. Love to see the Horizon's Edge. Just saw how impactful that was in the control matchup. Rolling Stone is a 2-mana 3/3. Most of the time. This is kind of annoying, but 2-mana 3/3. If I play it next turn, which I think I'm forced to. Let's go with our 2-mana 3/3, 1 to face. And if we can pick up a 3-drop or a 1-drop to go with our Harbinger, that'd be great. Next thing I would want is just another Horizon's Edge. This is the best card in the deck, so seeing both is always welcomed. Yep, that's a 3-drop. Cheese Dragon right off the top. And a Control Priest could literally contain any number of cards, probably mostly being AoE effects. So may want to deploy the Delicious Cheese next turn. Or if these stick around, I would love to develop a Horizon's Edge. Cannot confess my love enough to this location. Also, the art is just like kind of sick. Like you don't really see like this kind of like epic kind of art in Hearthstone often. Again, just like our priest control deck, this can be full of anything. Weapon removal, maybe? Maybe that weird tech piece that deals with a location could be in there. Perfect. Perfect amount of spread of damage for my 3/3 to go into their 4/3. And now our priest is at 27. Finally got rid of that Menethil health. So we have 9 damage loaded up in our location and a decent sized board going into their turn 4. Weapon removal. You fool. You absolute buffoon. We got weapons. Hot coals. Not the best answer to what I've going on. Oh, just as we trim it up. Again, flashbacks to the previous game. And if anything, if we learned anything from our last game, we learned that 2 locations can put away a Menethil control deck very quickly. So now they have a catch-22 of killing this dragon. They take care of my 3/1, but then they open themselves back up for another round of Horizon's Edge cannon shots. Okay, so they want some cheese of their own. Can't blame them. So I'm thinking hero power into their 1/1. Gets our Corpsicle online. Let's first see what the keychain can provide us. Trapdoor Spider is like super annoying. I don't know. I have like whenever I play against this card, I'm just like, this is the most annoying minion in the whole world. So I'm just gonna pick it. Stick with the original plan. Get our Corpsicle feeling nice. Reactivate our Horizon's Edges. Corpsicle upstairs. Cheese Dragon upstairs as well. And next turn we have a lethal in hand. If they deal with our board, got to deal with our locations. And this is exactly the spot Frost Death Knight wants to put you. It's just constant board pressure while also threatening tons of damage from the hand. So they would need quite a bit of healing to stay out of range. Perfect answer. Okay. I still think this will be enough for our opponent. Unfortunately for our opponent, I'm going to start things off. Corpsicle, just to give us a better chance of allowing our weapon to go face. And again, they are put in a very awkward position where they need to do more than just hero power, because Corpsicle does exactly 3, the hero power. You see how it goes. You've played this game before. You're watching the video up until this point. You know how the priest class works with their oh so great hero power. I am so mad, but it looks like we still get there. Very nice. Corpsicle upstairs and weapon upstairs. Perfect. 2 control decks taken down by the aggro deck. Really wish we could have showed off how this deck performs against Big Spell Mage, but pretty good showing by the Frost Death Knight. Dirt cheap too.